Well, how's it going, everybody? Getting set up to go live again. This will be day 2, painting the Inner Circle Task Force. I know quite a few of you guys have been following along with it, which is awesome. Did the oil wash yesterday with the bone armor, and today I'm going to give it a shot with the cloaks on them. They should all be like a emerald green kind of color, and that's what I'm going to give it a shot with. So, hopefully you guys had a great day. Wednesday, making it happen. And let's see what we can come up with tonight. Basically, it's going to be a little darker. But hopefully you guys had a great day. If you come and hang out with me, if you have a good time, hopefully you're working on something yourself, and we'll see how it goes. So right out the gate, I'm noticing with that oil wash down, the paint is acting a little differently than I'm used to. So that might be a little exciting to try to figure out too. And I haven't really painted live or anything like that. So, pardon me right out the gate for camera angles or anything like that. Let's see how it goes. But as always, I hope you guys have something to work on, something to work with. I'm trying to get my time in. Keep myself honest with my armies. You know, several of the guys who've been popping in and watching, working on some Eldar stuff, some Necron stuff. Which just makes me happy, people getting it done, putting that work in. Set that aside for a couple seconds to dry. Before I get that second coat on. There's so much stuff in the way of these cloaks. I know I could probably just like slap some paint in there and then come back and do the rest of it, but I'm gonna try to be neat around all this stuff. And I know it doesn't matter so much, but it's kind of how I like doing things. Painting for me, it requires a little more attention to detail, so I can already find myself not talking as much as I was when I was building. Kind of trying to control my breath while painting and whatnot. As lame as that might sound. But I know if I do it, I'm sure many of you guys do it too. But yeah, it's Wednesday, hump day. Feel like the week's going pretty quick. Sorry, I'm trying to keep good angles for the camera and whatnot too, but I might struggle with that a little bit. Like I know we all have seen and watched painting tutorials, but I definitely have an appreciation for how they manipulate their camera setup and are still able to do this kind of stuff. Yeah, no, I also put out a short today on the lion's head. Got it magnetized with the two head options that had the highest votes. But it's also the two head options that I was kind of feeling the vibe of too. Um, if you've seen any of my stuff before, you know I'm not a huge fan of the idea of genetically engineered super soldiers running around with their helmets off, you know. One person said, really it depends on if you want to paint skin or not. Which I really don't mind painting skin, but I was thinking like real cool. Like I wouldn't be wearing no helmet out there. Catch a piece of shrapnel. Like our primarch just was killed by a piece of glass. Get out of here. Yeah, could you imagine that lore video? That little piece of my basing had kind of chipped off, looked like. One of the things we noticed during the live stream when I was doing the oil wash and whatnot, that the models look very yellow. I think it has something to do with like the white balancing on this camera. But after I had finished the wash and cleaned them up yesterday, I took a picture and put it on the community page. So hopefully that'll dispel all that. There's always a joke back in the day. I guess the joke could still be around, but I think Games Workshop kind of killed it with the comment of what battle ready means. But there used to be posts on eBay all the time, pro painted Warhammer. And what that pretty much just meant was 3 colors. Somebody else painted it. But with like the battle ready idea, like base coat, wash, highlight. It's kind of like Games Workshop gave them credibility. But I said all that to say, after these cloaks are done, I could technically old school eBay rules call these pro painted. Just trying to be very careful not to get on the bone armor that we already did. I'm seeing some areas where Q-tip fuzz and string kind of got caught up in when I did that cleaning stage. Add a little bit more water to it. I'm going to pause on those guys. I'm going to go back to the first guy and do the second coat on him. So yeah, if you're just joining in, I'm working on painting up the cloaks on the Inner Circle Task Force. That box set, plus a few little extras. Right now, I'm working on the lieutenant that I kind of get patched together. And just do a little second coat on there. Hopefully you're having a great day. Hopefully you got something to work on too. We can rock and roll together. And yeah, never really painted on a live stream before. But I kind of move the model all over the place. So if I get out of it, just let me know. I've also noticed while I'm painting, I am focusing a little more than when I was building. So I tend not to talk as much. I apologize for that. Boom. It's looking pretty good. Kind of like the stipple approach sometimes on cloth. It gives it a little bit of that texture. Kind of do that for the top bit. There we go. Cloth there. I'm going to come through with those second coats on these first two. Yeah. Hopefully you guys had a great day. Week is halfway done. Not that I'm like rushing towards the weekend or anything. But I got some stuff that might take up a lot of time in the evenings for Thursday and Friday. So I'm just trying to get that time in when I can. Trying to make it happen. One of the reasons why I'm doing the cloth is it sits behind a lot of the detail. So when I go to paint the details, any mistakes I make, I'll be able to hide and cover up and take care of it that way. Not that I'm making any mistakes, you know, I'm absolutely perfect at this.
You know, one of the things too, a lot of people, especially when they're new to the hobby and painting and whatnot. Oh, well, yeah, it is a little bit of detail, but it's not too bad. It's just a lot on the top. Hey, I checked out your live. It was pretty good, and I couldn't figure out how to see your live comments either. I know we kind of talked about it, but I was looking at it and I couldn't get it to pop up either. I'm gonna look on the laptop. Yeah, it should just be like on mine as an option to look and see the live stuff after it's been posted. When I did it, it's just a matter of like swiping to the right, but I couldn't see it on yours. But last I looked, you had like 300 and something views after it got posted, so that's awesome. Well, that's good stuff. You tried the iPad and the phone, didn't work out? Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, on my phone, it's just a matter of like swiping right on the comment section. So I don't really know. Not bad. What's not bad? The views. I mean, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, it's a new format, and here people will really want to check it out. Which is pretty awesome. $31. It's funny. Some people on YouTube, they'll be like, "I'm going to paint a whole model in 30 minutes." Here I am painting cloth. But it's all about how you enjoy the hobby. Oh, mine. 339. That's great. I just put out a short before I went live too. It's how I magnetize the head of like the boss model from this set. Also, how yellow do they look? They look really yellow, don't they? But in real life, they're not. I think it's like a white balance issue. All right. Not too bad. Let's keep on keeping on. I'll have to look at the short. Yeah, maybe if you like. It's up to you. But it's one of those things I'd asked the community via short which head option to use. And pretty much the consensus was the helmeted options, which is kind of the way I was leaning too. So that was kind of nice to see that that's kind of where they all were too. And then during the build, I was debating between the two, and I was just like, forget it, I'm gonna magnetize it. Then I kind of got all my magnetizing gear out and finished them that way. Yeah, yellow. I promise they're not. Yeah, they say the camera adds like 15 shades of tan. My my stream thing kind of crashed on my end. Can't connect right now. Hopefully this is still up and running. It doesn't look like it. I'll see. I'm gonna reset it. There we go. But yeah, if you're just joining, painting up the Deathwing Knights from the Inner Circle Task Force. Just kind of focusing on their cloth right now. One of the reasons I start with the cloth, because it's a deeper down detail. So you get in there, you can paint, and then all the stuff that you make mistakes on, you can come back and touch up, because those details live on top. Whereas if you did all the stuff on top, and then you had to go and paint this stuff underneath and behind it, you would, mess it all up. Yeah, hopefully you guys got something you're working on. If you're liking what you see, like hanging out, I do this kind of stuff pretty regularly. You can subscribe to make sure you can keep hanging, keep getting it together. Because that's the big thing for me, is having people to do this hobby with, So I always appreciate you guys chilling with me. I'm just trying to keep myself honest with my hobby, keep myself working and moving and doing, pushing towards those goals, Right now my goals, new army for the new year, make sure I'm putting my time into my YouTube channel, making you guys a little happy, learn a little bit, and growing. I look at this as just another layer to the hobby. And what's really cool is when I'm doing this kind of stuff, people giving feedback real time, what they like, what they see, and sharing their experiences. Like when I was doing my oil washes the other day, some people had some really good input on how to do it and how to help me get it a little cleaner, a little better, which I greatly appreciated. And this is a social hobby, and I think it's awesome that we all have so much experience we can share nowadays. And back when I first got into it, we didn't have as much of this. There's a lot of forums and that kind of stuff, and most people nowadays, it's videos or Facebook pages, that kind of thing. So the hobby's gotten bigger. Also, am I the only type of person that holds their breath sometimes when they paint? Not even realize it. So there it was. I made the first big mistake. I got a little green onto this purity seal. Just gotta wet your brush where you get that paint going. Then you can soak it up on the brush and wipe it off on your handy dandy paper towel. Tricky is just gotta act real quick. Got a little bit of paint on the back side of this tilt shield. Try and get that off of there. But yeah, if you guys are just hanging out, just showing up, trying to get the cloth taken care of on the Deathwing Knights. Trying to put my hobby time in. Hopefully you guys are working on something too, hanging out, kind of chilling, have a good time. Hopefully your Wednesday was a good day. You know, we're halfway through the week. Weekend's right around the corner. I don't really paint on a live stream too often, so if I kind of get out of frame, I'm gonna say right now, my bad. Definitely a newfound respect for painting with a camera. The other day we did the oil washes on them, which came out pretty nice. They look super yellow on camera, which kind of drives me nuts, but I guess it's just a wipe out issue. Saw the Bristol Spurlay. Let's get in there, clean it up. All right, not too bad. Gonna go back, put a second coat on that fourth one I did there. Hey, thanks for the like. I appreciate that a lot. It really does mean a lot to me. But yeah, painting with a camera in the way, it's a little rough. If you ever want to torture yourself, give it a shot. Let's see real quick. I've never noticed before, but definitely hold my breath a lot as I paint. And I guess I'm like hyper aware of it right now because I'm trying to keep talking with y'all. But it's hard to talk and paint too. Yeah, people who do the painting in their videos, that's definitely newfound respect. I guess that's why you just see like, oh, I'm painting the cloth, and it cuts away, and it comes back perfectly painted. It's like, I remember one of the first live streams I did. A gentleman was talking about how he watches YouTube videos, and he's like, people get so much done, and like, I move so slow. I'm like, then they've got a lot of practice in. So, yeah, here I am, basically an hour into it, and I got a couple cloaks done. Hey, I appreciate the like. Thank you very much. It means the world to me. It really, really does. That and you guys taking time to hang out with me. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna take a break for a second and kind of chat with y'all. Y'all doing good today? Making things happen? Clean up this brush for a second. My device seems to be a little laggy. Is the chat working? I'm not too sure. I think it is. It keeps kind of freezing on me up there on the screen. Ugh. Oh. Let's see. Let me check the settings up there. Yeah, still what I should. Guess it's just having a rough time tonight. Let's go with it. Make sure the chat's up and running. Give myself a handbrake. Kind of stretching it out. There we go. All right. Let's make it happen. Got one more guy on this prime handle. See if I can't get through him and then call it a night. Get a little bit more water in this. Go. like a magic eraser, like it never happened. Alright, I don't know why, but as I paint these guys, like the bone color, the green, like I said, I don't know why, but I keep getting like Christmas feelings, like Christmas vibes. I know that sounds kind of silly. Maybe because I got it for Christmas, I don't know. Mm-mm. Need to let that one dry a little bit longer before I do a second coat on it. Yeah, probably. And let that dry for a little bit. Let's see. Probably use another little coat on him too. Yeah, probably definitely. Tidy him up. Yeah, if you just join hanging out with me, taking care of the cloaks on the inner circle guys and a lieutenant get bashed up. Getting those hobby reps in, Making it happen. Yeah, that layer of paint's still kind of drying. Don't want to rush it. Hopefully you guys had a good time. A little bit more progress done on these guys. Yeah, slow and steady. Make it happen. Get the reps in. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me tonight. If you liked it, like it. If you want to hang out some more later with me, go ahead and subscribe. But until next time, see you.